It's a lot better. I can chill. Daddy chill. Daddy chill, dude. Daddy chill, dude. Welcome in, brother. How you doing? Is it a good day? I got a different feel. I got in my comfy chair so I can lounge. I feel amazing. I just want to say, Lisa, welcome in. How are you? I'm so happy that you came back. That you're here again. Follow. Lisa, I see a lot of people with no bios. It's my belief that the universe gives you more of what you focus on. So even if you don't have any content, if you put what you like, so a mission statement, a statement of what you love, your passion, and you go to your profile, the more you focus on that, just it being on your bio, the universe will give you more of that. Try it out. Amen, Brandon. Amen. Speaking it into existence. Thank you for the follow. All dogs go to heaven. All dogs go to Devin. That's badass, dude. I like that. Devin, welcome in. Much love to you. Are you in recovery? This is a recovery community. We recover a different way. We use a 9-step complete recovery blueprint. Blueprints can be molded to anyone and everyone's passions and purpose. But it involves a vision of the future, changing your identity. In 12-step recovery, what's your identity? It's not hard. Thanks for being here, Gep. So I'm on a mission, bro, and it's to change recovery, to end the treatment industry. Shouldn't be an industry. We should sell the cure-all. And if that means in 10 years, no one will need this business, okay. Mission solved. Mission accomplished. Right? Come on, people. We have 200 million adults in America alone and 550,000 plus homeless people. You think if 1 million coaches co-created a place, multiple places across the nation where homeless people have everything they need to thrive, to learn, grow, and evolve, do you think that would help weed out the nomads from the people that are struggling and needing help? I think so. Brandon thinks so. Big Mo thinks so. And so the mission of Co-Create Oneness is, and all of its affiliates and coaches, it's a network of coaches worldwide that are willing to help homeless people and addicts overcome their circumstances. That definitely means eventually they won't need you anymore. Hey, thanks for a compliment on my eyes. One of my favorite features. I wear gauges to empower that. I work closely with a differently sheltered group. We would love to have you in our network, Gep. What's your name? Follow. Dude, I have another man, friend, Matthew, in our group that's passionate about body piercings and tattoos. So let me give you an idea of what we're doing here. Step one is not we admit we're powerless and over our addiction and our life is unmanageable. That's not it. First, that involves admission, which is identity. Once you admit something, the subconscious mind makes it so. So if you say, I'm powerless over my addiction and my life is unmanageable, that is a continuous fucking identity, a linked chain to your former life. In co-create oneness, the first step is we willingly commit to the daily pursuit of our own personal growth, personal development, mental fortitude, spiritual growth, and emotional intelligence. First step. Along this journey, when you get to step 9, we work to monetize our passions to bring wealth and this message to others. Can you see the vision? I pray that you see the vision. It involves 1 million plus people. Do you have a passion to help people? Do you think, man, I hate my fucking job and I would much rather have a calendar of 50 to 100 clients a month that pay me and help me make my living and I help them create better lives. It's possible and I can teach you how to do it. We have multiple coaches in the network, so what I want to say is join our WhatsApp group. If you don't have WhatsApp, it's a free Facebook app. It's end-to-end encrypted, and it allows for immense privacy. Okay? So what's going to happen when you download the app and set up your profile and then click the link on my page, you're going to see a microdosing group, legal, TikTok bots, legal, not talking or condoning any illegal activity. There's that group, and then that's the first one. Because I'm trying to fill that group. The community is Co-Create Oneness Community. Okay, and it's like the 4th link, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Test me. That'll put you inside the WhatsApp group. When you get in there, it's going to be empty. Especially if you do it right now as I'm telling you, because I'm on live. When I get off of live, I will greet any new members with a welcome message and show you the ropes of how to get the best out of this online community. Guess what? Guess what, my friends? You don't need a brick and mortar building in order to have recovery. Not only that, it's not supposed to be a fucking lifestyle. Amen? You're supposed to start and end with your vision, your new identity, your new life as the foundation of your next action. I was a homeless drug addict, intravenously addicted to meth and heroin, playing tug-of-war with my heart on a $300 a day habit. I was a foundation repair foreman making $50,000 a year, but I don't even want to say either word. The dealer was right next to my shop. And he fronted me anything I wanted. And when I got to Friday, $2,000 check was already spent. And then I would rack up the credit all week long. Literally living under a bridge at Getwell and 9 Arnold Road in Memphis, Tennessee. I quit my job. Well, I wouldn't say I quit. I got sent to rehab. I came back from rehab. I relapsed. And they fired me. That's a hard pill to swallow. But I'm glad I am where I'm at now. But at the time, that was devastating because I had no means of survival. So I literally had to get creative and fly a sign that said vision of a Big Mac on one side, and it said everything helps on another side. And I would do it in the peak times of traffic where I got really smart. I used my brain. Except I was lucky enough, fortunate enough, to have a YouTube feed that was full of personal growth, overcoming obstacles, manifestation. I started applying those things to my life instead of just listening to them. I started sleep hypnosis living under a bridge. Sleep hypnosis. All out of options, right? What could hurt? Little did I know that those thoughts from those affirmations is my lifestyle now. You're not going to see it. It programs your faith. If you have no faith, what do you establish your fucking actions from? Faith is action. If you say, I believe that I can fly, and you go up on top of the building and choose not to jump off, your faith does not align with what you believe. Do you get it? Faith is action. And if you have no action, programming the thought in your head as you sleep at night becomes your action. And not only that, every time that you do something or say something that's out of line with this set of ideas you've slept to for a year and a half straight, right? 3 years for me. I have a playlist of sleep hypnosis on my channel, my YouTube channel. Click the link, click the YouTube icon on my page, search for playlists underneath my channel. They're not my videos, but they're videos I've used since I was a homeless drug addict. Okay? Yeah, I know, Mr. 19 followers, so critical of everyone trying to help people. Fuck off, dude. Who are you? My YouTube name is Co-Create Oneness. This, right here. I've got playlists, meditations, sleep hypnosis, audiobooks that I've listened to literally over and over and over and over and over again. This book changed my life. I've listened to it at least 7 times on the audiobook, on the playlist. Master Key Society, The Kabbalion. 7 Hermetic Principles. I understand why I felt like I was going to hell. I understand the Inquisition of the Templars. I understand the possession and control of power. I understand the trying to put God as a thing out there, and then you have to pray to that God in order to be sinless or to be forgiven of sins, i.e. the confession booth to withdraw information from you. And it created a hierarchy system, and I understand it. And so this 12-step program, let me get that book. This 12-step program, whether or not you believe that the Templars became the Freemasons, that's okay. Secret society, fuck them. Should not exist. Secrets don't make friends. Knowledge should be given to everyone. It's only knowledge if you use it, practically. So, let me show you. What's fishy? Why are you accusing the 12-step system of being a part of the Illuminati or the control of power? Well, if you look deeply enough, you'll realize this tradition unchanged spells dogma, right? If a set of traditions proven wrong by neuroscience, proven false, still exist, it's dogmatic. Okay, well, the Freemasons built the Library of Congress. There's 3 buildings. Okay? This has existed for 100+ years, unchanged. It's given to you by the court system if you get a drug charge. 90 meetings in 90 days. My drug rehabilitation included 3 meetings a day, 7 days a week. It's programming. MK Ultra. You are not powerless. Let me explain what's going on here. Since I've got an audience of 40 people paying very close attention. Thank you for being here. Be sure to follow me. Don't be shy to follow. I'm here to help you improve your life. I should see 40 notifications of people following me because I'm willing to give you what I have. Not anything I don't have. If I'm giving it to you, I've done it. It's mine. I possess it. All right. I love you. Don't take that as anger. It's passion. Don't be mistaken. I really do love you. Ask my audience right now. Comment down below, co-creators, do I love you? Am I here for you? Do I show up when you call? All right. Sorry. In order for an anonymous group of people to give you a belief system and you accept it as truth, all truths are but half-truths. They're only truth as you accept it. Voodoo proves this. The placebo effect proves this. If you accept it as truth, it's true. In order to get you to accept this truth, thank you for those roses. Thanks for the roses, guys. This is my life's purpose, and I'm completely willing to die for the spread of this truth so that people are free from who they used to be, so that they can paint a vision of who they want to be and realize that developing habits will manifest it. In order to get you to believe this dogma, they have to get your trust. Well, how do they do that? Since the author of the book is not named, it's an anonymous group of people. They have to validate their beliefs through a doctor's opinion. It tells you all about it, and I want you to even screenshot this. Screenshot it right now. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In your own time, go and read through the highlighted parts. What you're going to see is the use of this to program your beliefs. It says, impressing upon them that they must do likewise. Well, first off, as a part of his rehabilitation, he commenced to present his conceptions. That's a concept of the subconscious mind. Your conceptions, your perceptions of life, how you conceive the world. If you impregnate the subconscious mind, the all-knowing mind, 95% of your thinking is subconscious. If you give him a subjective belief, it will manifest in your action. Impressing upon them that they must do likewise. All right. Here's where it gets fishy. They tell you that they requested this information from him. So it wasn't might have been. What do you think? Do you think it came at the end of a gunpoint? That request? Bill Wilson had a spiritual experience from consuming belladonna. It was not because of these steps. Huh? Sound familiar? Tupac, Biggie, Kurt Cobain, John Lennon. Sound familiar? It's not fucking lies! Wake up! This country is an establishment of a secret society of people working to control power. How? By keeping you at the bottom of a hierarchy. If you believe this way and you're identified as an alcoholic, you will always act like it. At their request, they give you this dogma. Now let me help you understand the system. I'll use the NA book for that. Oh, shit, I dropped my book.
Oh my God.
Immense study. Devoted to the truth. Veracity. That's what we're going to learn about today. Where my damn Kleenex at? Scare me. Look, I had this lady come up to me one time, a little bit of comedy break. If you're from the South, you cut off the end of your words. Scare me. Especially if you're from Memphis. Okay, I was used to hearing screw me. Scare me. This woman had to get by on the bus. And she went, screw. And I don't know if anybody else finds that hilarious. But I understood it and I got away. Why are you yelling, okay? Because yelling gets the point across. The people that are here to listen and learn, to change their circumstances, they hear it. It's called a channeling of truth. I'm here to help people. I have a group full of 100 people that I help. And my identity is backed by the opinions and testimonies of other people. That's validation for me to stomp imposter syndrome under the foot. I am who I say I am, who I express and give to the world. That is me in all aspects. Amen, Gip. Amen, brother. What's your name again? I'm sorry, I probably didn't catch it when you told me. Gip, is that your name? That's a beautiful name, bro, if that's your name. I feel like it's a nickname. Anyways, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for being a part of this community, all of you. Let me take a break. 41 people in here listening to me right now. I do these videos every day. I'm a coach. I'll help you change your circumstances. I have resources. I have people for accountability, a community of people for accountability. I give coaching. I have products. You name it. I've got the tools for you to change your life. All you have to do is join my WhatsApp community. I'm begging you to get the fucking urge to change your circumstances. Let me tell you something. If it's uncomfortable, these things right here, these things, they make what's uncomfortable comfortable. Okay? Especially if it's aligned to your vision. What do you want? Every effect has a cause. It's not going to be dropped into your lap. The clouds aren't going to open up and a chariot roll out of the fucking sky with a big bag of money to drop in your lap. That's not how it works. You're scared to do this alone? You're not alone. I think co-creators, comment down below if she's alone. We're here to support and empower everything that you want in life. That includes what you want to do, what you're scared to do. Join the community. Stop being scared. If you're introverted, it's very easy to be extroverted inside of a WhatsApp group. Here's how. We do what's called a roll call. In the morning, you enter a state of gratitude. Why? The frequency of gratitude eliminates the frequency of fear. The higher consumes the lower. So if you enter into a state of gratitude before you give the world what you're focusing on, it's the right frequency. The actions that align with that frequency will come in what you focus on. And then as you're in that high frequency, you call out your giants by name. You make your fears shrink. It's called a roll call. That's the AM roll call. Gratitude, focus, and fear. The PM roll call is a little different. It's your time, it's your floor to share. You know, you don't need 30-year veteran Bob to shut up so you can share. You can share instantly because we have the power of the internet. Okay, but here's the rule. When you share in the evening, you talk about your victories first. Why? Milestones, achievements, celebration, frequency, keeping the vibe high. Once you know that you've been victorious today, you say, hey, now this is where I failed. And it makes the failure easy to bear, and you're coming at it from a mindset of getting better tomorrow. All right, after you voice your failures, you say how you were blessed and if you experienced any adversities. And the rule of co-create oneness and people sharing in this group environment is only this. Show compassion and empathy. Also, only share experience if you've actually overcome the adversity voiced. We're not here to talk about our problems. We're here to voice them and come up with the solution. Okay? You're powerful, dear human. You are powerful. You're more powerful than any other creature on the face of this planet. Everything in your world was built by a human, first in the imagination. If you can think it and conceive it up here, it can be done. It is so. It will be. Thank you. What's the WhatsApp group name? Co-Create Oneness WhatsApp. The link is on my page. Click the link and you'll see Co-Create Oneness Community. Thank you for joining. We welcome you already. I'm channeling. You guys, do you know what I say? You know what I pray from a place? First, let me tell you what I do before I go on here. There's a playlist of meditations on my YouTube channel. The first 4, I do those often. I do at least one of them every day. Before I go on here, I do Jay Shetty's meditation, de-stressing. It helps you align your body with your mind. The body-mind alignment. The body-mind alliance. Right? Not only that, as you're doing the meditation, you make your body fall asleep, which awakens the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is control of everything you're not thinking about. Your movement, your blood flow, all of that, subconscious mind. So how do you awaken it to use for creativity, imagination, and thinking? Well, you have to make the body go to sleep. Once your heart rate is calm, once you're in the zone, you'll feel it. You feel warm. It's like a... You know you're in theta. That's a brainwave state. Once you're there, you can use prompts to think about. Just like I give you in the roll call. Tony Robbins does his priming meditation. It's you do breath of fire, and then it gets you in this brainwave state, and then you think about what you're grateful for, what you're focused on, and what you're fearing. Amen, Gep. Welcome in, my brother. Can't wait to get to know you. I'm looking for 40 more notifications saying new members to WhatsApp group. This community doesn't thrive without you. As you grow and evolve and share that with the world, you're giving, and it feels so good. Ask anyone in the comments down below. Ask this question, and people in the comment, co-creators, answer this. Does being in the group and sharing your experience with other people help you heal? Help you believe in yourself? Help you see the good in the bad? A place of service. Thank you, Sean Korn, for the follow. Thank you, Carla Carlson, for the follow. Beautiful name. Carla, I'm sorry. Carla Carlson. I like it. Jupiter, we would love to help you empower, share that with the world. Together, your message will help millions. Coaches, interconnected worldwide, online, an unbreakable, unhackable blockchain of coaches, where as the message gets out and somebody wants to take over Bill Wilson, right? You know, I'm me. I'm Dan Wilkes. I'm Danny Wilkins. But if anybody ever tried to hijack what I'm doing, it can't be done because I'm already teaching it for free and have been, and others carry the message for us. It's a message from Spirit saying this is how you completely recover from addiction. This is how you overcome your circumstances. This is how you provide the world with legacy that will live on forever. What's up, Natty? People always come in flying with the heart button. Hey, guys! Ha ha! Emoji King, what's the period mean? What you trying to say? I love you too, Gep. See you, man. Thank you for sharing that love. Hey, Gep, I post these on my YouTube channel, so if you want to catch the rest of it, it'll be up there tomorrow. You slipped? It's okay. You slipped because you're still identified as an addict. I can help you change that identity. We. I love being able to say we instead of not me. I was doing it I was 33. The Father is speaking with us right now. Synchronicity, okay? Universe communicates to you through numbers. I live at 2221. I was living at 222. I see 444 and 33 and 222 and 111 and 1234 and 1122 all day. You know, I don't look up what it means. You can if you want to. They all say the same thing because they use SEO, search engine optimization. But here's the truth. It's a message from the universe saying you're on track. This aligns with what's in your heart. If the two make peace in this one house, then you can say to the mountain, move away, and it will move away. When you're seeing synchronicities in numbers and in relationships in your life, the two are making peace. Okay? What's a synchronicity in your relationship? I'll give you an example. My best friend Brandon is my coach's son. And through my online coaches, we've never met each other. I say best friend because he shows up every day in my life. We communicate daily. I don't have to ask him to call me. He does it willingly because he loves me, and I him. But when I found out that he invented something, I was like, whoa, dude, I invented something too, dude. And we shared our inventions with one another. And it just so happens that our patents, our process, our research and development, it's all being done by Davison. The same company. That's a synchronicity. Stacy's here. Stacy, you here? You can speak on them synchronicities you've been having. All right. So, what's the mission of Co-Create Oneness? To find people that want to be a coach, make a living doing it, and with a mission of ending homelessness and addiction. Addiction ends immediately upon your understanding of your mind. Let me say that again. Addiction ends immediately upon your understanding of your own mind. Why do you have the thoughts that you have? Neurocircuitry. You're stuck in a program. Truman Show. Why? It's not the Matrix. It can be called the Matrix if you want to call it that. It's from the neurocircuitry of you living the same life every single day. Wake up on the same side of the bed, brush your teeth with the same hand, do the same routine in the morning, drive to work the same way, see the same redundant people that treat you the same, push the same emotional buttons. Huh? All sound familiar? It's a program. How do you get outside the program? You have to try new things. That's why the first predicate of willpower, I'm getting ahead of myself. The first predicate of willpower is willingness. Predicates of willpower. So we have a 3-part system of the complete recovery blueprint. And this is where you want to pull out your pen and take notes. Because I've spent 3.5 years constructing all this. I'm writing the books now. I've been researching for a long time. I have all the data, it's like almost when I sit down to write it, it'll take me a few months. That's how much effort's gone into this. So the 3 aspects of the complete recovery blueprint are a practical aspect to willpower. You can call it willpower the verb. There's 9 predicates. Then you have the 9 facets of veracity. That includes 3 vows, 3 virtues, and 3 values. We're going to go over that today. It's the same thing. Yeah, those that have is me. Notice how you typed in Co-Create Oneness and those that have came up. That's it. Those that have is the tagline that I'm using. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. To those that have, more will be given. To those that have not, that which you have will be taken away. What's that mean? Well, it changed my life to understand the meaning of that. Because my entire life, this was me. Please God, I'm broke. Fix me. Please God, I have no money. Bless me. Please God, I'm sick. Heal me. Right? I'm lacking. Notice that is praying from the place of having not. Jake Ducey helped me learn this. When you speak with gratitude for what you want, it surrounds you by your answer. To be enveloped by what you pray for. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for the large sums of money that flow to me quickly and easily through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I give my true gifts, I'm getting chill bumps, with love. And I know that I'm wonderfully blessed financially. Father, it feels so amazing to live such a life of purpose, to serve gifts that you have given me to the world, to suffer, to live, to thrive. When you're thankful, you've just received something. That's the message to the subconscious. When you say thank you, it's not until someone's given you something, right? Well, so if you're thankful for what you don't have currently in your life, it's not going to drop into your lap because it requires the law of action. But with enough asking, the actions to take will come. In order for your prayers to be answered, it requires two channels to be in alignment: inner speech and your actions. Those are the channels of God's action. Unless these two channels are in alignment, God cannot work in your life, answer your prayers, or give you what you want, because you will be the prodigal son. Do you understand? Prodigal son. A gift given too soon is no gift at all. Why? Because it will be squandered. You can give your car keys to your 5-year-old son and say, "Here, son, here's a gift." And it won't be a gift because he can't do anything with the gift. If God gives you $1 million and you don't know how to be a millionaire, through action and habit, you're going to lose the money. You have to align your habits with what will sustain that kind of life. Welcome back in, Brandon. Getting cottonmouthed. Welcome in, Coach Joe. Love you, brother. Got the dream team here. We're going over I've perfected and elaborated on the 9 facets of veracity, and so that's what we're about to go over. I hope that you got your notepad. Remember, I told you the practical aspect of the complete recovery blueprint, the most practical, how to change your habits, is the 9 predicates of willpower. The 9 facets of veracity involve deprogramming and reprogramming your subconscious with the thoughts and values and virtues and vows, moral principle that you establish. These are our core values, the 9 facets of veracity. It's what any addict should establish a foundation of in order to change your identity and build a new life. Deprogramming and reprogramming. Yeah. It auto-corrected you, didn't it, Nettie? All right. So let's dive right in. It's really easy. I'm going to have to struggle really hard to come up with content like examples, demonstrations of all this stuff. That'll come. Right now we're just going over the basic macro aspect of this. And get your pen in hand and ready to write. All right. We start with 3 vows. Vows. What is a vow? It's something that you are committed to. You're saying, this is me. Okay. So the 3 most important vows that we're going to use, and you can add your own. But the 9 facets of veracity involve 3 vows, 3 virtues, and 3 values. The first vow is my conduct always empowers my vision. My conduct, the way that I behave, it's not impulsive. It's thought out. It's planned. It's not in response to how someone's treated me. My conduct empowers my vision. In order for it to empower your vision, you have to have a vision. That's reference back to the 9 predicates of willpower, baby. My conduct always empowers my vision. What is your vision? If you don't know, it's okay. And believe you me, I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time wasted on different things figuring out what I want to do over the past 3 years. Audiobooks, podcast. I'll have a podcast again, but I'll have a team do it all for me, and I'll be the guy that records the content. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, so you got to try new things in order to find new passions. Hey, what's up? Janine. Chicka Janine. Janine. Welcome in. Trying to figure it out still? Good. Join our community. I've got all kinds of resources and exercises for you to find that quickly. I'll give you some today. I'll give you some right now. Let's segue into that. How do you create a vision? Try a do, be, have list. That's what I call it. A do, be, have. It's not a bucket list. It's sort of a bucket list. You want to accomplish all these things before you die. But it's a do, be, have. Why in that order? What you do is what you be. Who you are is established by what you do. Yeah, it's definitely using the law of attraction. So make a list of 20 things you want to do, 20 things you want to be, and 20 things you want to have. And pay attention to them. Then all you got to do is say, what am I willing to sacrifice? Think in the macro aspect of the challenges that you may face and say, am I willing to go through that? Willingness. I am. I'm using universal law. It's either a weapon or a tool, my friends. Universal law is either being used against you to control your power, or it's being used by you to build the life that you want. Amen. Impeccable speech. Language is creative. You're in the right place. The third predicate of willpower is language. Impeccable speech. In order to get impeccable with your speech, you got to monitor and record how you're speaking, and mark off. I shouldn't say that ever again. Make a mental note. Amen. Spells equal spelling. So yeah, my conduct always empowers my vision. Vow number 2. I give and create more than I take and destroy. This involves using the higher against the lower. There's always enough. Go outside and look out, and you can't find one of anything. It'd be really hard. You might. But there's an abundance of everything. Trees, cars, people, animals, houses, resources, money, printed every day. Literally, there's an abundance of everything. You live in a world of plenty. I'm really glad you guys are taking notes. This only succeeds when more the people than me use this to change their life. And I feel like we have 100 people inside of our community doing that on a daily basis because of these. Deprogramming and reprogramming. How do you deprogram? Well, first off, just start programming. I've got an addiction recovery sleep hypnosis backed by these things. It's got 22 affirmations of power. You can send me your email in a private message or join my WhatsApp group and I'll send it straight to you. You'll love it. I use induction to guide you into sleep. You'll love it. But you start by, you can do both at the same time. You start by programming your belief in a state of theta through meditation and sleep hypnosis. The more relaxed you are, the more the body is asleep, the more the subconscious mind is awake and paying attention. Okay? Well, it's always paying a lot of attention, but you get it. For you to consciously impact your subconscious, without habit, without doing it over and over and over and over again and wiring neurocircuitry. Without that, you enter the brainwave state. Once you're there in that brainwave state, things change. So deprogramming and reprogramming, they happen at the same time. You deprogram by, one, stop listening to the music you listen to. I'm not saying all of it, but I will say be mindful of every song you listen to and listen to the lyrics. Music carries frequency. It influences emotion. Once emotion is attached to certain lyrics, impeccable speech, remember? Once music is attached to certain lyrics, like I used to be a Joyner Lucas fan. I loved his music when I was an addict. It kind of feels like I'm dying on the inside. Kind of feels like I'm just trying to get by. Imagine if you sing that over and over and over and over again. You think your actions are going to align with those lyrics? I'll give you another hint. When I was 15 years old, I loved Alice in Chains. I memorized every lyric to every song sang by Lane Staley, and they were my anthems. And by 22 years old, I was a heroin addict. Deprogram by stopping watching all this television garbage. Understand that what you consume involves more than just what you eat. What you feed your mind on a daily basis. So how do you deprogram? Just stop consuming anything but personal growth. Learning what you want to learn. Podcasts, YouTube channels, Spotify. There's so many different platforms that you can use the algorithm to feed you new and exciting and enticing stuff centered around the topics you deem worthy. What do you want to fill your mind with, to surround yourself with? I give and create more than I take and destroy. That's the second vow. Give 10%. Why is there scripture telling you to give 10%? Does it mean 10% of everything? Not just money, time. How much time do you spend helping someone? That's why if you want to thrive inside of the Co-Create Oneness community, you got to make an effort to at least go in. There's 100 people in there with messages. You're going to have hundreds of notifications. That can be overwhelming, or you can just make the habit of saying, I'm going to go in here and give 10% of my time by replying to 10 messages on this thing, or just something. Giving what you want to get. I give and create. What does create mean? You're continuously creating, whether it be through imagery, what you do with your time. Every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. If you're creating more, let me give you a scenario. I'll use my own life. I am in love with mushrooms. I have been all my life. Hence. I grow them. I'm an enthusiast. I'm not an expert, but I have knowledge, and I use that knowledge to what? Help other people. How can you do that? What are you passionate about? Is it guitar? Can you, as an intermediate or advanced guitar player, teach someone that wants to play guitar how to play guitar? I think so. You got to figure out how to create some streams of revenue. The goal for you is to establish an identity as this person. Find out the habits that empower that identity so that your actions align with what you say. Once your actions are aligned with what you say, it happens for you. I'm proof right now. You're a part of a thriving community. It's in small numbers, but I just got started. I invented a wheelchair that's about to be the capital needed to expand. So I'll be the only one on Amazon with this wheelchair. I'm so excited, dude. No competition. It was born out of pain and suffering. My mom falling on the ground when she tried to transfer from the wheelchair to the toilet. Home Depot has a mushroom starter. They do? No way. Really? How much is a HEPA filter? Anybody know? A HEPA air filter to filter out the air in one small room? Anyways, join my WhatsApp group, people. What you love will be empowered by surrounding yourself with people that also love that. And they're here. We're there. Wow. Do you know what you're doing? Janine? You done this before? I've done it 3 or 4 times. I now have somebody to do it for me by mutual agreement. And so when I say I grow mushrooms, I do. Not in my own home though. It's too dirty in here, I feel. But I've been wanting to try. I just feel like this house is filthy. The air is nasty. How do we join the WhatsApp group? The link's on my page. Download WhatsApp. It's a Facebook messaging app, end-to-end encrypted. Understand this. It's going to be empty. I feel like people join and leave in 10 minutes because there's nothing there. Understand, we're all here right now. And so if you join, as you join, there might be some people welcome you. But when I get off here, I'll definitely welcome you. But the chat's empty only because it's end-to-end encrypted. Yeah. And it's on my page. We have a community for these and a community for personal growth and development, addiction recovery. They're both interlinked. Lots of people are in both. I give and create more than I take and destroy. Easy, huh? Do we need to talk about taking and destroying? I think as an addict or former addicts, we know damn well how easy it is to take and destroy. We'll dive deeper into these in coming weeks. All right, number 3, the third vow. I want you to notice that this entire blueprint uses 3s, 6s, and 9s. 3s, 6s, and 9s. There's a reason. Why do we use 9s? 9 in numerology is a number of completion. You know what 12 is in numerology? It's also considered linked to completion, but here's another aspect of it. Since the Inquisition and the Gregorian calendar and the hours, minutes, and seconds that keep up with your time are divisible by 12, and there were 12 disciples, and there's 12 months in a year, and 12 zodiac signs, and these all turn in a cycle. Wouldn't you agree that 12 is linked to cycle? You start at 1, you get to 12, you start back at 1. Okay, 9 is the number of completion. How do you know that? Well, first off, I'd like you to pay attention that 9 is a number of accumulation. Why? It's related to the Fibonacci sequence. The shape of the 9, it's used as the aquangular spiral, meaning 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, all the way up. You grow, thank you for those roses, on top of yourself. By your own growth, you multiply. 9. 9 plus 1. You're looking at it. 10. What's 1 plus 0? 1. 9 plus 2. 11. What's 1 plus 1? 2. 9 plus 3. You're looking at it. 12. But what's 1 plus 2? 3. 9 plus 4. Am I doing it right? I'm trying to master this. Huh? 9 plus 4 is 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. All the way up. It's a very special number, especially in our numeric system. I don't know why Nikola Tesla was so obsessed with 3s, 6s, and 9s, but I know he's the smartest person ever to live. Look at everything that we use nowadays that was first a figment of his imagination. I'll mimic. I choose to copycat. I don't know how, but I'm just... he walked around every building before he entered 3 times. I'm not going to go that far. You do? We need to work together. I'm writing a book. You want to help me write the book? I'm building a team. Do you understand? I can't do this by myself. I'm very gifted with writing. I've already wrote one book. But I need help. And if you're willing to, I'm perfectly willing to say, written by the Co-Create Oneness community, listing the names of contributors. Please do that. Let's do this. I'm giving myself 1 year to put all this together. I have a structure for a book that that could serve a purpose. Not that you're not already. Let me recruit you. Cool. Yes. Welcome to the family, Janine. We have a Janelle, and now we have a Janine. He knew the cycles, for sure. Off the subject, but you look kind of like a young version of Thomas Ian Griffith from Karate Kid 3. I'll have to check that out and get a visual reference. I'm sure it's a compliment. Thank you, Christy Cat. That's really cool. I need those notebooks. Start a blog. Help me build on the blog on our website by adding all that stuff to the blog. I can do that. Dude, if you're willing to work, I can't pay you right now, but I promise you when it's profitable, you'll be the first one being paid. That goes with everybody. But here's the beauty of it. We're coaches, and we have clients. And the more clients we add into the community, the better the community gets. Everyone's benefiting from the coaching. So as you're coaching people and teaching people how to coach other people and how to make a living doing it, it's a very, very powerful process, especially if coaching is the cure for addiction. How do we demolish the treatment industry? By showing by millions of coaches, hey, we were former addicts and we changed our habits, and so addiction's not a disease. Listen to neuroscience. Listen to data. Don't listen to dogma. Indoctrination. All right, the third vow. Moving on. I improve 1% daily. Where? Anywhere. One area. There's 8 categories of the wheel of life. This categorizes every desire you could possibly have. Okay, improve 1% daily in one of those categories. "10 years is mastery, my friends. 10 years. How many decades do you have left? 10,000 hours, 10 years. What do you want to master? It's going to be fucking difficult in the beginning. It's going to be like writing with your opposite hand. Huh? No neuroplasticity. Never done it before. Once you do it over and over again and put 10,000 hours into it, it will be just like writing with your dominant hand. Easy. A lifestyle. Comfortable. Why? Because you've done it so much. I'm so happy that this is actually finding people that see its benefit. I know that if an addict in recovery chooses this as a foundation of changing their life, everything that they truly desire, the reasons why they started using drugs in the first place, maybe because they were without these desires, they'll be present in their life. You are your own answer. Everything that you want is already yours. Why? Because energy is never created nor destroyed, and matter is energy. It already exists. You just have to connect to it, align your actions with it, because that's the key. Cause and effect. Using the higher, staying in the law of polarity says there's high and low. How do you fucking get out of that? You use law against law. Higher consumes lower. Understand that. What's that mean? Stay happy. Stay in tune with how you feel inside and make sure that the unconscious thoughts spinning around in your basal ganglion and amygdala, I can't even say those words right, are not aligned with fear, but faith. Program your faith. Watch as the actions come. Be willing to try new things. Be willing to be challenged. Be willing to fail. I like that, Emoji King. Thanks for sharing that. Let's go. What's your name again? You done been asked. Oh no, don't accept that invite. Damn it. Don't accept it. Welcome back. I can't remember your name, but I love you and I'm glad you're here. The 3 vows. My conduct always empowers my vision. I give and create more than I take and destroy. Alyssa. And I improve 1% daily. My conduct always empowers my vision. You're like, no, it doesn't. Your mom telling you, no, look at this house. Look at how you treat me. Look, you yelled at me. Look at that. Huh? It's okay. Acceptance. Assuming. My conduct always empowers my vision. Guess what? That's more so true for me today than it was 3 years ago. Okay? It started with the affirmation. My conduct always empowers my vision. If you'll memorize that, every time you're about to do something stupid or be tempted to fucking act outside of your vision, you'll say, fuck, man, my conduct always empowers my vision. All right. Let's go do something that'll make it easy to make this choice. Let's use a tool to our advantage. Weapons are tools, my friend. Why do you use what you use? Everyone uses something. Why do you use what you use? Because everyone uses something. That's going in a video. Thanks for the follow, brother. Welcome in. Welcome to the community. We're a community centered around addiction recovery and ending the addiction, not recovering for a lifetime. Alyssa. Were you absent? Were you absent a day? I'm just kidding. Blame you. You're to blame. Yes. Welcome to the family. We will thrive together. I promise you that. Look at the synchronicity. You see there's 22 people in here. All right, it's 11 o'clock. Wake up, dear human. You're powerful. You're so powerful that actually you're wielding your power against yourself if your life isn't the way you want it. You have to do what is necessary to make it happen. And that's uncomfortable at times. But you have tools that will make it easier for you. 22 is your life path number. I'm at 8. Hence, co-create oneness. New thought. Free of dogma. Free of stigma. Free of judgment. Ask anybody in this WhatsApp community how often anyone argues. Ask it. There's no disagreement. There's no conflict. Why? The choice to be what you want to receive. That means a lot to me, Janine. Because I'm no different than you. And that's what I'm trying to show you. I was a homeless drug addict. I live in a single wide trailer. It's changing. But I know why what I have and what is the way it is. I know why. Yes, that's good. The vibes are channeling. The love is surrounding you. I hope that you feel supported. I hope that you know now you're a part of a family that is always here. We have people all over the world, so any time of the day, any time of the night, you can go into Co-Create Oneness WhatsApp and say, hey guys, anybody up? There's people here. Actually learn the community and you'll learn who's up at what times and you can tag them. When you see me, you think of the number 8. 8 is leadership. 8 is teacher. Daniel, ruler of righteous judgment. Wilkins, protector. Armored warrior, pretty much. So when you realize what you're named has a meaning and it symbolizes a characteristic, and you say, that's me, that's me, and you connect to that, and you use the power of the universe in all of its frequencies and vibrations to empower that, there's nothing that can stop you from doing anything you want to do. My life longs to be of service to as many people as I can. Group coaching, seminars. How can I, Lord? Give it to me. I have the message. I'm writing it. I'm giving it to you now. I hope you guys are really taking notes, and I'm going slow enough for you to get it all. The 9 facets of veracity involve 3 vows, 3 virtues, and 3 values. The 3 vows are: my conduct empowers my vision, always empowers my vision. I give and create more than I take and destroy. And I improve 1% daily. That's the 3 vows. 3 virtues. Now we get into the good stuff. The stuff that establishes your character. The virtues that program how you treat other people and how you give to the world. You might feel like you can't give much, okay? But do you know that a kind word, a friendly smile, holding the door open for someone, doing something, going out of your way for 2 minutes to help someone quickly or long term, macro or micro, if you give, more will be given. We will always have room for improvement. I'm glad that you're focused on that. Thank you, Brandon. Emoji King, that's a good focus. What you focus on expands, my friend. How do you know that? Well, the universe gives you a hint. Squint your eyes. Squint your eyes. Okay, didn't it expand? Didn't things get bigger? Okay, that's true in the subjective realm too. What you focus on is how you feel. If you've got unconscious anxieties, how do you master them? Ding, 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 ding. What you focus on is how you feel. It trumps that. So if you focus on gratitude, if you focus on breath, if you calm the body down and get it to where you're breathing deep and you're oxygenated and your blood's flowing and you have tools if you need that aren't a pharmaceutical trap. You guys don't be shy to subscribe. We're up to 10 subscribers. It's like $4.99 a month. You will contribute to the mission of helping an addict or homeless person change their circumstances. All funds from subscribers and gifts go to that cause. So don't be shy. Oh, nice. You can teach that, dude. $5.99? Oh, man. Only people that know, right? Love you, bro. First virtue, most important to me, compassion. How do you establish heaven on earth? How do you end homelessness? How do you provide a permanent solution to addiction? Compassion. 1 million people that not only have an ability to empathize with the suffering of other people, but that also have a deep desire to end that suffering for other people. Compassion. Can you imagine 1 million people committed to that? Unstoppable. Moving on. Prudence. The second virtue. Prudence. What is prudence? Comment down below if you know what it means. In this aspect, how we use it is practical wisdom. Practical wisdom, meaning wisdom that you have inside that you spew at other people is not wisdom if you don't practice it yourself. Good judgment. Yes. Yes. Practical wisdom, the ability to discern the appropriate course of action. Good judgment. In other words, the ability to recognize a dogmatic belief system that keeps you poor, addicted, and diseased. Thank you so much, Heather. Prudence. To say, I don't necessarily agree with that, and I'm not going to surround myself with people that do believe that. So, deuces. Recovery has an end date. I will expose this entire system for what it is. It's so obvious to the people that understand their own mind. Your identity. Ask Tony Robbins. Ask Tony Robbins if an addict needs to go to 12-step recovery after he understands the identity that they help you build. I am an addict. Hi everybody, my name's Danny, I'm an addict. Blah, 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 blah. Problem without solution. Blah, 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 blah. Identity. Key tag. White key tag, anchored to the last time you used. Remember, going to the 12-step meeting, the day of, I mean, you're probably still high, and you go in there and you get your white key tag. Anchored to your previous life. Prudence, practical wisdom, the ability to discern the appropriate course of action, meaning, I like that idea and I want that for myself. It's going to be difficult. I have all this time. I got to work right now. I can't make a living at it yet, so I got to work right now. But guess what? I got 24 hours in a day. I could sleep 7. If the commute's 30 minutes and I got to spend this much time with my family, that means I have this much time to commit to learning and evolving in this identity. Thank you, Brent. It's a very easy formula. What do you want? Be willing to create a routine that'll build the habits, that'll teach you everything you need to know because you're passionate about it. You can't find passion when you're focused on a moral inventory. How can you find gratitude when you're focused on all the people you fucked over? Thanks for that compliment. Prudence, practical wisdom. Being willing to know this is wise and this is the choice I'm going to make. This is how I'm going to act. Because that's prudence. And the third virtue, for the foundation of your future belief system. Temperance. Did you know that a tree likes water? Did you know that? Did you know that plants enjoy water? All right. If we could ask a tree if it would drink water all day, what do you think it would say? Do you know that mud is dirt mixed with water? It's very easy if you look at nature. Temperance means control, self-restraint over the things you are passionate about, meaning the things you enjoy, knowing that you can't eat French fries all day long and have a good-looking body, knowing that you can't smoke cigarettes all day long and have good lungs, knowing that you can't consume a drug. And when I say drug, I mean everything that is not these. These are medicines, not drugs. Those are medicines, okay, not drugs. If man gets his hands on it and creates something and then has to create a tool to inject a vein in order to take it, that's a man-made thing. It's unnatural and it's not supposed to be. I need to build on top of that, because there's times when that's weapons and tools. Thank you, universe, for giving me this amazing message to teach people. It falls right in line with that, weapons and tools. If you hold a water hose over your garden and leave it there all day, will it be a thriving garden? Okay, if you sit around and smoke cannabis all day, if it's legal, not condoning illegal activity, TikTok, if you do, and it makes you lazy and you don't take any effort to do anything but lay around and watch Netflix and play video games, are you using that as a weapon or as a tool? All right, you want to know what I do? Here, I'll show you. No, I can't show you. It's sitting right in front of me. Guess when I do it? After I've done something I'm supposed to do. After. Why? It's a reward system! Stop fucking shaming yourself because you like drinking. Have fucking temperance. Be intelligent enough to say, if I drink one more drink, it's going to start going downhill. I shouldn't do it. And don't. Be intelligent enough to say, all right, I got to drive home. I've been sitting here for the past 3 hours. If I smoke another doobie, it's going to impair me. It's going to make it hard to get there. I might drive 30 miles an hour. I might get pulled over. I might do something stupid. Temperance. Voluntary self-restraint over the passions of life. Not overindulging with the things that brings us pleasure. It's very, very easy. A balance between suffering and pleasure. Do you know suffering involves either regret or sacrifice? If you're suffering, one, you're focused on yourself and not other people. You can't suffer when you're focused on someone else and helping them. But if you're suffering inside, it's either because you're regretting not taking a certain action. You're procrastinating. You're sitting in this realm of regret. Or you're suffering because your body's sore, because you've worked out when you were supposed to, because you meditated when you were supposed to, because you read when you were supposed to, because you wrote on your book when you were supposed to, because you went to the meeting and called the person and helped the friend when you were supposed to. Temperance, my friends. Saying, I'm passionate enough to love these things and tell the world I do. And you're not going to fucking tell me I'm not recovered because I do. Addiction is a word we use to describe an action that we're taking that we feel is involuntary. All right? It's not involuntary. It involves free will. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, man. I'm here every day. This is my life's purpose. My life's purpose is to speak fervently, to teach truthfully, and to coach compassionately, so that anyone willing can overcome their bad habits, poor circumstances, and addictions. Notice that word willing. If you're criticizing my content and debating with what I say is a fraud or not, You're not for me, and my message isn't for you. But you can ask 95 and counting people inside of my community what I wake up to do, to lead, to teach, to share my struggles through the vulnerability of my suffering, to show you that it's not fucking perfect right now, but you're in a state of being and becoming. That implies process, my friends. A state of being and becoming implies process. You cannot skip the steps. You have to do what is required first. You have to cause the effect. $10,000 likes. How often do you do that? I'm my best friend. I love me. And you know that I've felt alone my entire life as I did not love myself. Now that that relationship is established and I love me, the people have shown up in my life and are continuously showing up. The opportunities are finding me. I don't have to search very hard. There are people in the hundreds that rely on me here. That's a responsibility, an obligation, a duty. It didn't start that way. It started with a commitment. And that's why the first step of the complete recovery blueprint. That's why the first step of the complete recovery blueprint is willingly committing. Excuse my snottage. So the three virtues, if you've gotten them written down for anyone coming in. 1 is compassion. 2 is prudence. 3 is temperance. Compassion, the ability to not only empathize with the suffering of others, but have a deep desire to end that suffering for them. Prudence, practical wisdom, the ability to appropriate the right course of action. 3, temperance, meaning that you're allowed to enjoy things and society has no right to shame or guilt you for enjoying those things. But you have to have temperance because too much water drowns the tree. Temperance, voluntary self-restraint over the passions you have. Not overindulging with things that you know will cause you a negative consequence if you overindulge. You shouldn't stop being vulnerable. You should use that as a gift, especially when you're willing to be vulnerable. Vulnerable means open for attack, my friends. That involves putting yourself on a platter and giving it to the world. I'm open about my sexual abuse as a child. I'm open about all the deep, dark things of my past. There's nothing. I would even be open about my former internet browser history. Not anymore. I know who I was and why I was that, and I know who I am now because I chose this motherfucker. I built him. There's nothing that they can use against Andrew Tate to stop what he's doing. There's nothing that they can use against me to stop what I'm doing. You can attack me with anything. I will openly admit to anything I've ever done that is against my moral character. That includes past, present, and future. We're human beings learning for the subjective universe. We are the objectifiers of the subjective universe. The universe doesn't learn if we don't experience. Do you get it? That might be wrong. That doesn't really align with the Hermetic teachings. Because all is in the all. Maybe it does. All is in the all. And the all is in all. I'm learning this, and I will master it in the next 10 years. And that will be the foundation of my next step. So the next 10 years of my life will be teaching this from my own understanding and as I'm studying this, because the student becomes the master. And where the other one at? Where the other one at? This uses this against you. Can I say that again? This uses this against you. And they tell you. Where the page at? Where the page at, bruh? It ain't even up there no more. I had to find it. All sorts of esoteric and occult connotations can be found in the outlines of our symbol, but foremost in the minds of the fellowship. Fellowship's capitalized, so that's referring to a secret society. Okay, the fellowship only communicated to the initiated, meaning all of that comes from this. Esoteric, occult, it comes from Hermes Trismegistus. Okay? Understanding Hermetic principles, universal law. You're either using it against yourself, it's either being used against you, or you're a master of it. You're either a slave to it or a master of it. All right, those 3 virtues, they're very important. Compassion, prudence, and temperance. Thoth. I love Thoth. I'm going to get that tattoo. It's coming. So I got a lot of ugly tattoos, dude. My whole body's full of tattoos I've given myself over the years, and they're ugly. But see how vulnerable I am? I don't give a fuck. I'm building me. When I'm covered in tattoos that look amazing, I'll have spent $25,000, $30,000 on the tattoos. They'll look amazing. Right now, you know what I mean? But this is war themed. This arm will be war. This arm will be war. This arm will be what? Peace. Serenity. They look shitty right now. But they won't soon. Okay. Moving on. 3 values. Comment down below if I'm dragging this out too much or if you're enjoying being here. I would love to know. I'm trying to get better at what I do. I want to be able to teach for 2.5, 3 hours and hold your attention through entertainment, through joke, through laughing, through story, through sharing. Right? I have an amazing announcement at the end of this live. I hope that you stick around to the end. War and peace. Order and chaos. We are the orderers of chaos. Winter, spring, summer, fall. It's a process. But I want you to notice the deceit here. New Year happens in spring. Okay? And if you use 13 months, which is what we used to use, it actually starts the new year in the spring. Okay? So if you use St. Gregory's Gregorian calendar, that came to prominence during the Templar Inquisition, we have 12 months with a new year that begins in the dead of winter. Well, I'm awake, my friend. And when I say that, I'm not woke culture. I'm awake to my own power. It involves nothing. It involves 90% spirit and 10% matter. Meaning the spirit encompasses us all and it's involved 90%. But it takes 10% of your fucking effort to manifest it. And it cannot happen. Law of attraction is nothing without the law of action. Those are secondary laws to the primary law of vibration. All right, 3 values. 3 vows, 3 virtues, 3 values. Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great. The great of greats, the king of kings. Sound familiar? You Jesus lovers? All the ideas come. It's the Akashic record. Here's the truth about here's the amazing truth about this. If we don't know our past, both in the macro and the micro, we're doomed to repeat it. And I would say if you're only focused on the past, that's why you're continuously repeating it. Imagination. I-mage-ation. That involves the Father, I, not me, the ego, I, the Father, mage, which is magician or wizard, and ation, which is a suffix that involves process. Imagination, the second predicate of willpower. 3 values. Save that for another day. The first value is integrity. To be integral. To be whole. So as a community, this is 2-part really, this value. As a community, it means whole and undivided, not autonomous. There are rules and values and virtues and vows that we're all committed to. That's not autonomous. That's just a group commitment, okay? Integrity. We're whole and undivided, meaning we stand on this foundation. This is our vision. Integrity. The quality of being honest, of having strong moral judgment, moral uprightness. Meaning you have the ability to recognize when your ego's out of whack and you put that motherfucker in check. You admit when you're wrong. You admit when you say something you shouldn't have said by simply showing compassion and empathy. I'm sorry. It sounds a lot better than I'm sorry. I'm sorry! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Thank you. Thank you so much for those roses. Thank you so much. I didn't mean for my actions to cause suffering for you. Please help me recognize what I did to cause this suffering so that I can never repeat it again. Integrity. This person shouldn't have said or treated this person right. Is that integrity? Is that integrity? No. It's more objective than subjective. True or true? Integrity. We don't need right or wrong or books and laws to tell us what's right and wrong. It's a feeling inside of your chest. And it all lines up with the golden rule, right? Do unto others. Would you want someone else to say this to you? Would you want someone else to criticize you this way? Would you want someone else to give this advice to you? Would you want someone else to do this to you? It's very easy. Values. To those that have, more will be given. If you have integrity, the blessings are immense. Charity. The second value. Charity. Why is that important? Charity. We're not a non-profit organization. We're a for-profit. I profit and I teach people how to profit. And as a whole, thriving community, we prosper. Money is an exchange of value. Dismissed and abolish all fucking guilt and shame around money. If you learn how to make a profit and that it's okay to make a profit, and that it's no one's authority, no one has the authority to tell you who you are inside or how much moral what moral ground you stand on, right? When you do what you want to do with your money. As long as you are charitable, as long as you give 10%. Generosity and helpfulness toward the needy or suffering. Homeless people are suffering. And if they're not, they're a nomad. Okay, there are those. I have friends, former friends, that are nomads. They travel the country, they hitchhike, they fly signs, they don't do anything for work. They get pizza out of the Little Caesars dumpster. I'm telling you, from experience, my mission is to find those people and let them be nomads. And find the people that are suffering, that don't know how to survive, that don't know how to be loved, that don't know how to love because no one's shown them love. Show them how to thrive. There are people that are choosing to be homeless because they love being a drug addict. Thank you, Angela. I feel like your finger's flying. The hearts are going up on the screen so fast. I feel like you're going. I love y'all so much. You can look at me and look at my account, look at what I'm building, what we're building now, and you can see effort. Go to those that have. That's the count with 40,000 followers that I've been working on for 3 years that I stopped working on because it's spirituality based and the spiritual community is just not, no thank you. I'll understand universal law and be that form of spirit, not the fucking other way around. But yeah, I chose to come to this account and do this account. Why? Because everything I put out is niche specific. My bio, my link tree, all my content. So what's the algorithm picking up now? Homeless people and addicts. Put this man's content in front of homeless people and addicts. And it's working. I almost never find someone on my live that's not in recovery. Hey, Mama Shark. How long you been in here? I didn't even see you. Comment more often. I love your content, man. I love you as a person. Every time, there's been a few instances, Mama Shark, where I've made a comment, you've made a response, where the enemy, the ego, will try and like get us in conflict, and then I'll look even deeper and I'll be like, we're fucking agreeing. Like, I'll have to go back and delete a comment that I leave before you see it. I'm wondering if it shows up on your end and then you try to click it and it says not available because I deleted it. It's happened multiple times, dude. But I know we're on the same page. Same mission. Demolish this fucking industry. Show people how powerful they are. You should not be able to make a profit off of the treatment of addiction. Well, let's reword that. Sell the cure, not the treatment. Don't create a lifelong customer. Give them a program. Charge them enough money for this program that they commit to this change. Coaching. It's quite literally coaching formula. Co-create Oneness Coaching will demolish the treatment industry. I feel like Mark Sharon comes on. Mark Sharon wrote the Freedom Model. It's full of valuable information. I want to talk about this. I might even make a video and tag him in it. I don't know. It's kind of critical what I'm about to say. But Mark Sharon wrote this book that's backed by 30 years of research. He had help. You see, there's 3 authors. Like, it's a team of people. And this is amazing work. But only 40% of people in America read a book a year. And they're giving this book away for free. And they're like, hey, read this giant book and figure out how to... No, and it's not. It's not how you work. It's not how it happens. So yes, I like what they're doing. I've used this. What they say is it's free. I can't even remember it's a 3-part system. And it all involves free will and commitment to your own pretty much power. Truth. But this isn't in a program that people can learn and apply to their lives in a start and finish manner. You don't recover for a lifetime. This book tries to teach you that it's a myth. That, you know what I mean? Escape the treatment and recovery trap. They teach you that recovery is a myth. It's an industry. Although they help you show that, it's not a myth. We need a word to explain it. Addiction is not a myth. It's a word to describe some people choosing to do something using free will. So I'm not arguing with you, Mark, but here's what I got to say. Mark chose to not let me be an affiliate of his program because I condone this, and because I'm a coach. And Rainey St. Pierre is also in this group of people. So pretty much, he gave us the offering. And then he goes, you guys can't coach. You can't do that. We coach the freedom model, so you can't. It's like, well, brother, you don't know what an affiliate relationship is then. And it's sad because he doesn't know how to market himself either. So that racks up to someone having a dream, but the ego is in the way. It's me. He voiced to me that he don't make no money on all this stuff, and that the reason why he wants affiliates to sell his $4,000 program and make $100 commission is so he can make money. Like it, our conversation was flabbergasting when we had it, because I was like, I asked him, thank you, Mama Shar. I asked him to write the foreword for my book, and I asked him if I could be on the podcast, and all of which he said yeah, and asked me how many times he's reached out to make that happen. He wants people to do for him, but he doesn't do for people. I'm not saying people don't call his hotline and choose to sign up to his program, but he's a part of the industry. I'm a part of the solution. Co-Create Oneness and all of its affiliates and all of its coaches are a part of the permanent solution. Thank you for subscribing. Yes! It means a lot, man. I've been doing this for a while with no support, okay? With a lot of thousands of people saying I'm a liar and I'm a fraud and I'm a cheat and I don't know what I'm talking about, and how many years you got clean. How changed is your fucking life? Because mine's so changed that my mom's walking for the first time in 7 years. Mine's so changed I got hundreds of people benefiting from what I'm teaching because of the change I'm willing to share with the world. So eat that, critics. Eat that, naysayers. I'm giving away my stuff. I haven't even wrote the book yet. I'm giving it to you for free. Why? I don't want you to buy the book. I want you to have the book. That's going to require a purchase. Win-win. I want you to learn it. I truly believe that Bill Wilson had the right intentions. But he didn't have the power of the internet. He didn't know about secrets in our government and people controlling power. He didn't know about all that. I often envision men in black suits with black sunglasses taking Dr. Bill and Mr. Bob and saying, put this shit together because we're going to fucking force you if you don't. That's my vision. And then guess what? It happened again with Jimmy Kinnon and Narcotics Anonymous. Why? You got to have permission. Thank you so much. You got to have permission to get the World Services Committee of AA to agree because it's copywritten. It's in the Library of Congress. It's the tool. It's the foundation of the Freemason Society. The back of your dollar bill has a pyramid on it. The pyramid is the symbol for your AA system. Okay? They hide in plain sight. You sure have. Marissa, thank you for voicing that for everyone. Marissa's known me since my hair was this long. Since I had 4 people in my WhatsApp group. She saw me every day I didn't show up. Every day I went a week without commenting in the group. She was there for people when I wasn't there for people because I've got so much shit going on. But so do we all. But it's still rain. It shows. It hints at what family's supposed to be like. But what's the fundamental detriment to society? The control of power. I don't know if that question was centered toward me, but trying to make a human being the most powerful creature on the face of the planet, the objectifier of the subjective universe, trying to make a human being believe that they have to be a certain way because they are a certain way, because they show certain characteristics. That's because of neurocircuitry. Okay? Once you understand neuroscience and the life-changing fucking science of epigenetics, the ability for your environment to signal new genes inside of you to take different actions, i.e., get the fuck out of the boat, Peter, walk on the water, get curious, show up somewhere, try a class, do a starter course, go to a seminar, you name it, you try it, get out of the boat! My neighbors... I feel like they're... I don't know, man. I need to fucking control that. The dogs are barking. Hey, dude, I haven't seen you in a minute, Point. How you been, bro? It's good to see you. In here. Guess because we ain't seeing face to face, huh? It's an organization. Right. Incorporated. Incorporated. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I dare you. It's okay. It's okay. Theorist. Theory. You be the judge. That means I'm not requiring you to believe this. Look at the data. My lips are so fucking chapped. I hate it. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. Let me show you. I remember now. You know how it's dogmatic? Hang on. Because the book says that they are willing to examine and re-examine their old ideas. Is that true? You follow 12 traditions. Your stuff's been the same for 110 years. That's not true. Your actions don't line up with what you say. All right. Here's what you want to pay attention to. Why is that word capitalized? Why is the word capitalized? I'll explain. First, you admit. Admission is the subconscious mind's programmer. Admitting, assuming. I am. So you have an anonymous group of people, and you get confused because it says were. Here's how they trick you. These are people saying, we were because of this. Do you get it? It's not past tense. It's not were and now aren't. It's they're admitting that because of admitting their powerlessness, that they overcame addiction and their life is unmanageable. We admitted that we were powerless. Okay, now, belief becomes reality. Well, it just so happens that the second step involves belief. We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves, meaning outside of your action, could restore us to sanity. That implies that you were insane. Were you insane? Whether you align with the conspiracy theory that I present to you or not, here's the truth. Addiction is not an incurable disease of body, mind, and spirit, okay? Incurable, based on our experience here, I'll close my eyes. We believe that every addict, including the potential addict, suffers from an incurable disease of body, mind, and spirit. Are you fucking kidding me? Who's we? Who's we? You don't There's no fucking author of the book. Literature Subcommittee, World Services. Makes me sick. Absolutely sick to my stomach. I will spend my entire lifetime perfecting this system that I'm building. It will evolve. It will not stay the same. Things will be added. Things may be removed. It will not stay the same and pay the cost of lack of innovation. It will move. It will grow, and we will grow through it. Where were we? Integrity. That's the first value. Write it down. Charity. We did that one. That's the second value. Generosity and helpfulness towards the needy or suffering. How do we end homelessness and provide permanent solutions for addiction? Charity. Suffering ceases to be suffering the moment that it finds meaning. Meaning is a killer of suffering. Viktor Frankl survived the Holocaust. He wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. He said that the people that survived had meaning. They suffered, but they had meaning out of this suffering. Efficacy. Ziggy, you're going to have to stop licking yourself. Do y'all hear that? Stop it! She's like, efficacy. Of the values, in order for you to produce your desired result, that's what this involves. Efficacy. The ability. Notice that implies process and your own action. Ability. To produce a desired or intended result. Efficacy. The complete recovery blueprint is an efficacious plan. Okay? Meaning a plan that has efficacy. There's enough of you here right now that are interested in what I'm teaching that I want to share with you some. If you've been here before, you've probably heard this 6 or 7 times. But I'm looking for people's comments in an effort to make it better. So who wants to read or hear some of the book that I'm writing? As soon as I bite all the skin off my lip. You see? Vulnerable. Vulnerable. You think that in the back of my mind I'm a little bit self-conscious about that? Yes. About these? Yeah. Do you think I focus on that? No. I don't give a fuck. Look at the baby hair. I make videos all the time with my hair like... It's on purpose. To give someone something to make fun of me about. I know my eyes outshine most. And so I focus on that. My eyes make every other one of my features bearable. Your third eye is wide open. I feel it. I feel it because I know I'm powerful. And I'm seeing synchronicities at all hours of the day. Even when I feel like... Look, I'll give you an example. Even when I drink the night before and I play video games all day the next day, I see synchronicities. You know what I'm reminded of? It's okay! If it's not in alignment with your vision, my vision right now is just building community. Until my wheelchair is the only product on Amazon being sold like it is. It will be. I'm the only one with the patent. Until that, and all of the capital that comes from that, I'm here doing this, coaching people, helping people. You want me to level up and teach you more? You got to pay. But here's the free stuff. It's called giving value. I can help you overcome the obstacles in your life Because I will ask you the questions that you're not asking yourself. But that requires you saying, all right, this is my budget and I can afford this. And so this is what I can and am willing to pay you. And I will say, all right, with that money, I'll build you a set week program and we'll meet this many times a week or this many hours a day, however long it takes. We'll come up with that. I'm a coach and I'm one of many inside a thriving community of coaches that are ready to help you overcome your addiction, that are ready to help you change your life, that are ready to help you move past recovery. Well, it's in the research and development and patenting process right now, Deanna. But it'll be available. I awakened my imagination. Awakened imagination. Neville Goddard's Awakened Imagination in the Search. NevilleGoddardBooks.com. Free. 3,000 books on new thought, personal growth. You can read them for free. Read Neville Goddard's 10 books. That's where I started. Then I found the Kabbalion. Then I became a student of all this. And now I'm an advanced student, working to become a master. Let's share some of that book with you. Dedication. This book is dedicated to the addict suffering inside a 12-step program, to the junkie on the 5th trip to rehab, to the injured athlete that started with pills prescribed by a doctor and is now chasing their heroin rabbit down the hole, to the dope fiend inside the $40,000 rehab facility told that they would be back for a repeat attempt at working the steps, and finally, to the eradication of dogma in our systems of recovery and the foundation of systems that work 100% of the time. I'm in the right. Sorry about my lips. It's driving me nuts. Here it is. Epigraph. This is from Neville Goddard's At Your Command by Neville Goddard. It's the epigraph, a little paragraph inscribed on the beginning of the book. Yeah, I am. I'm a transformational life coach involving habit mastery. There, the signs behind my head. I've put together audiobooks. I'm writing and have written a book. I know how to do editing and podcasting and any kind of creative thing that you have. I'm not an expert, but if you're a beginner, I'm better than you and I can teach you. Make sense? I'm a teacher. That's my life path, number 8. I'm a musician. I play guitar. I'm trying to name things I could teach. Besides habit mastery, microdosing, and addiction recovery, those are the things. If you're here and you want to be here, that implies a process. And if you don't know that process, that's where I come in. Hire me. I'm definitely affordable. Dude, there's so much shame and guilt. When I first started doing this, everybody calling me a fraud. I was so embarrassed to actually say I'm a coach and I charge this fee. You know what I mean? Can't be free. You ever committed to something you didn't have to pay for? How many things do you own right now that were given to you by some random person that you don't know and you don't hold any sentimental value to? How good did you take care of that item? If you don't pay for it, you don't commit. Yes, meaning I mean affordable by I work with my client's budget. Me and Coach Joe Peoples, who is also in the comments, we work to help people overcome their circumstances. Eventually, we might have. I don't right now. I've got openings, but if my clientele gets to the point where it's taking up too many hours, guess what calls then? Group coaching. It has to happen. I'm here to help people overcome their circumstances, not make money off of you. But I have to make a living somehow, right? And I intend to thrive. And then step 9 of the complete recovery blueprint is to teach others how to thrive too. That's an amazing, thank you for that subjective experience, brother. Thank you. I know it didn't ring true among a lot of people. You know what I mean? That it falls in line with value systems. So you can choose your path. You damn right you can choose your path. Success leaves footprints, right? We live in this world of information where everything's connected worldwide. You can send and receive information at the speed of light. You can type in on Google how to do this and it'll show you how. All it takes is your seeking. Ask, seek, and knock. You have to seek. You have to find the footprints, the recipe, the formula. Someone out there's done and is doing happily what you dream of doing. And they're making a killer living at it. Like an abundant, prosperous living. And you can too. There's a 12-step program brought to us by God and Bill and the doctor. Get the fuck out of here. This shit is Illuminati and has it written all over it. Control your power. We are powerless. Huh. I'm sorry if that was offensive. If you were agreeing with me, or if you, I don't know, that seemed like you were, I don't know. I apologize. Yes, you are worthy, Deanna. Follow. Now we can talk in the DMs. Let's set a time to talk to each other, okay? Comment down below if you would like a complimentary coaching call with me, where, one, you would go through where you're at now with me, talk about where you want to be. I give you a price of me helping you get there. And we move forward or don't move forward. Comment down below if you would like that, because that's what I do. I serve before I sell. I show you what I can do for you, with you. It's a process. It involves diving deep. It involves some breathing exercises. It involves entering into the realm of theta. It involves reprogramming your mind, hypnosis, all of that. Okay, yeah, reach out to me. You saying yep? Did I follow you yet? Follow. Hey, Nikki. Nikki was the third or fourth girl inside of our WhatsApp community. It was Marissa, Rachel, Nikki. It was a dude. He ain't in there anymore. Dude is thriving now. It took so long. I had to build structure. Nobody was really... Here's how it started. Just people willing to be there for each other. And I didn't know how to get us to talk to each other. Everybody's introverted. Everybody's shy. That's why I built the roll call. All you got to do is tell us what you're passionate about and start talking about it. And then everybody else will chime in and love on you. And it works. Join the fucking WhatsApp group. I should have 19 notifications on my phone right now saying new member to the WhatsApp group. Y'all are like, I'm on live with you, bro. I don't want to miss the live, bro. Get another device. No, I'm just kidding. Make a note. Comment down below if you're going to join the WhatsApp when you get off of this live with me. All right. Epigraph. Take your attention away from being imprisoned and begin to feel yourself to be free. Feel it to the point where it is natural, and the very second you do so, those prison bars will dissolve. You can apply the principles in this text to any problem. Well, I feel like that means hello. I've seen people who were in debt up to their ears apply these principles, and in the twinkling of an eye, debts that were mountainous were removed. I've seen those whom doctors had given up as incurable take their attention away from their problem of disease and begin to feel themselves to be well in spite of the evidence of their senses to the contrary. In no time at all, this so-called incurable disease vanished and left no scar. Welcome in, brother. Your answer to whom do you say that I am? Whether it be I am addicted or I am recovered, ever determines your expression. As long as you are conscious of being addicted, imprisoned, diseased, poor, so long will you continue to outwardly express these conditions in your life. You are healed of your problem when you touch the solution of it. That solution is your vision. Yes, the day you touch this being within you, feeling yourself to be cured and healed, virtues will come out of your very self and solidify themselves in your world as healing. And so now claim, I am recovered. Toasty, welcome in, bro. 20,000 likes, dude. Mind blown, bro. Mind blown. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to subscribe. You will get tons of value, free coaching if you subscribe. You can make small little requests of me at the end of the live. If you subscribe, you can pick the topic of a future live. If you subscribe, all gifts go to help an addict or a homeless person overcome their circumstances. That is a vow. That is a dedication. That is a commitment of me and what I'm building here with co-create oneness. Co involves two. It involves many. It involves we. And as we grow, we connect to our power. We evolve as a community, and we demolish the treatment industry. Please don't be argumentative in our comments, man. If you don't agree, go somewhere. That's for the macro, not anyone in specific. If you don't agree, this isn't for you. You're not ready. I'll give you a little hint at what I'm talking about. I told you I'm an advanced student, okay? An advanced student that can teach a beginner student. Where fall the footsteps of the master? The ears of those ready for his teachings open wide. When the ears of the student are ready to hear, then cometh lips to fill them with wisdom. You've been following me for a while, bro. If you disagree, I don't get it. If you disagree, you've been following me for a good hot minute, man. I've never seen you argumentative in my comments before. This is community we're building. We. It involves more than me, if you can see. You ready? Awesome. I'll follow you. Let's set up a time to jump on a call. Eyes to see and ears to hear. Isn't it lovely how we as humans have a God-given right to imagine and put human characteristics onto godly traits? Does that make sense? Thanks for the follow, Point. You know I'm here to help you, bro. I'm glad that you didn't leave, man. I'm glad that you didn't take that as hate. trying to subscribe. It's okay. I can help you with that. Brandon, can you voice how to do it since you've done it before? You see how everyone's loving on you, Point? That's what we're about. It might have not worked at the start. You might have failed, but you didn't fail forward, or you'd keep trying. Every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. If you haven't caused the effect yet, you got to keep trying different causes. Nicodemus, what's up, bro? I fucking love you, man. You're so supportive. I feel like every time you see a video of mine, you make the effort to comment and spread your love, and I thank you for that. For a person with only 4,000 followers, 4,600 followers, I think it's pretty powerful. I want to just hint at something. You think you can't do something amazing because you only have 1,000 followers? Because you only have a few hundred? The people that I'm helping is in the hundreds, soon to be thousands, and then into millions because of the law of accumulation. But it has to start with 4, then 40, then 400, then 4,000, right? It has to start small. I promise you, if you're ready to be coached out of your current circumstances, that means your actions. I'm here to help you get there at a price that you can afford. The price is there to make you commit. If I give you free coaching multiple times a month, and you come on and you I've seen it happen over the past 3 years. You don't commit to it. Why are you always crying? Because I'm a master of my emotions and I know how to give them to the world. Emotions get the point across. So when you're a master of your emotions, it's like an inflector of message. It's a driver of points. It helps enter the heart of the person ready to hear it. I can cry on command. Why? Because I have suffering inside of me, both of regret and of sacrifice, that I keep there to remind me of who I used to be and who I currently am. I take care of my 67-year-old mother instead of putting her on in a nursing home. Does that sound like a 35-year-old man to you? Never been married, no kids. To some, that might spell, well, something's up with that. But to a lot of wise people, you know that I'm picky. I know what a relationship is supposed to be. It's supposed to involve we and sacrifice. And me choosing to take care of my mama as impatient and how does God give you patience? Through the relationships and occurrences in your life. If you pray for patience, is patience dropped in your lap in a bundle? No. Not at all. Oh, damn, Janelle, and I got a coaching session with Janelle in 15 minutes. Surely she's on here right now. Is somebody tag Janelle in the WhatsApp group and tell her I'm going to be late? Or why am I going to be late? Because I'm enjoying this. I feel like you guys are going to commit to what I'm teaching you. And if you're ready, I've got a calendar that's free for a lot of appointments. Complimentary coaching calls. Let me show you what I can do. That means a lot, man. If I took what you said earlier wrong, I apologize in advance. I know that you spoke that out of a place of pain, though. I'm good because I give. How much do you give? I wasn't always good at this. You can be selfish and still a giver. Can I tell you that you can be selfish and still be a giver? You cannot give something to someone else if you don't already possess it. True, if you can give it to someone else, it's already yours. You already possess it. Everything that I'm building here, Athena, is centered around service. The 9 predicates of willpower, they help you go from no vision to building habits around that vision to the manifestation of a routine that involves a lifestyle of these habits that is now, you know what I mean? A few years you spend with the 9 predicates of willpower. Envisioning something, figuring out the formula for success. How do I build a routine around my current schedule to build these habits? Committing to building the habits, just like you were committing to writing with your opposite hand and mastering that. It's that uncomfortable, but that's as easy as it is. Literally, if you spend an hour a day writing with your opposite hand, in 5 years, you'd fucking be an expert at it. And so if you'll just let a coach say, hey, this is how you find out what you're passionate about. This is your purpose, which is a service to others. If something has a purpose, you serve it to someone else, right? So what's the value you're providing to others? If you're a slave to someone else's company, no wonder you've got a cap on your salary. Once you realize as long as you're giving people your all, there's no cap on your salary. You do? Me too. I'm left-handed. 28 people, man. Multiple times. This is a constant reminder that what I'm doing is guided by the universe. Pearson's Law. When performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and repeated back, improvement accelerates. Law means that it's repeatable, that if this happens, it happens every time. Pearson's Law. I've been doing this for 3 years, my friend. 2 accounts. I encourage you to go to 2 of those that have. Put a TO on the front of my tagline. Go to that account and look at all the videos of me with short hair and big ass glasses, with no muscles. Like, I'm thick now. I'm bulky now. I haven't always been. Let me get that arm up in there. Damn, dude. Ugh. Bulging out of the shirt sleeve. I'm just kidding. All brags aside. Hey, I see Athena in there. Yay! Welcome in. Coach, you got anything you want to speak on? We're about to open the floor for questioning. It's what we do every single day. Coach is my coach. He's the one that helps me with all of my current and previous mental hang-ups. Imposter syndrome, procrastination. He's really, really good at what he does, and he's certified multiple times over. So we're about to let him on. When I let him on, I hope that you will listen to him as he tells you the tagline, because I don't even know. It's end date recovery. He's building 2 accounts. One's for recovery. You're running errands. Damn you, Coach. I'm just kidding. I like it when you're able to come on, bro. Because we're like, what's a good analogy? I don't know. Spring and winter? I don't know. Fall In spring, there you go. There you go. Because they're both of the light. Open to questions. Yes, right now. Questions. Dogs. Do we recommend them? What you mean? Like as a pet? Going live now. Okay. If you're running errands, don't do it, bro. We don't. Here's the thing, coach. This is professional, right? Close. Okay. You already know all this. What's up, dude?
Hey,
You don't
how's it
have to do
going?
this. Are you free?
Yeah, no, I'm free. I'm just out running some typical errands, getting dog food and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I
Cool,
got,
man. Cool.
I
Good.
can't wait.
The car's always a good place too because it's quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, I'm free from distraction of any of the children. I love them to death, but they can be a distraction.
Let's open up the floor for questions, dude. It's beautiful.
Yeah, shoot.
How have you
What question?
been? Let's tell everybody what you're about and what you specialize in and what your mission is.
Well, my vision is much like yours, ending addiction, ending homelessness. I started out as an anxiety and depression coach, helping people overcome anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation. I got divorced after 20 years. I struggled during that 20 years. I rebuilt my life within a year. And my son's in the group. My oldest son, he'll attest to that. Not that I need validation or whatever, but
You do.
um,
It helps. It helps. They do.
is there no, there is social proof out there.
There you go.
Uh, if you look for anything hard enough, you'll find it, whether that's the good or the bad. What you focus on, what you put your energy toward, you're going to find it. So I urge you guys to look toward the good. There is nobody on the screen right now who's led a perfect life or without mistake. But there are people here who are full of wisdom from what they have learned and want to share that value with you and help you learn and grow as we learn and grow ourselves. So,
Amen. Amen. Um, I'm in awe. Like I'm in a little awe state because you just delivered that so eloquently, and it aligns perfectly with everything that I love and everything that I work for.
mm,
I remember a time when we first met where we weren't in complete sync. You were doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. It's synced, but
yeah,
now it's full sync where this is it. This
yeah,
I mean, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, all that comes down and boils down into addiction, homelessness. It all relates to each other. It all involves personal power and mastering your emotions.
yeah.
You guys, have you asked questions and I'm not looking? So if a dog is, they got to be serious questions. Mechanic Matt, this is a recovery community. We have a recovery end date. We set a recovery end date, meaning we start and we finish. You said
Yeah.
you're in AA 225 days. I welcome you to this family. Uh, all of my content is centered around helping you, one, understand how beliefs are being used against you inside of that program, but two, how to connect to your power because you're not powerless. You
No.
don't have a disease. Alcohol is a boogeyman. Alcoholism, that's a boogeyman they created. You have control. You just have to connect to it. Um,
Sometimes you've got to rediscover it,
amen.
right?
You're right.
You weren't alcoholic when you were 9 or 10 or 12, at least I hope not, right?
Right.
So this label of alcoholic or addiction, that is a label. That is not your identity. That is not who
Amen.
you are at your core. Underneath all of that, all that stuff that's been stacked up over the weeks, months, years, decades, you
Amen.
unpack all that, you get down to your core soul of who you are, and then things will change.
Amen. The actions will come.
Yeah, you got to
The
unpack all
pathway. Yeah, it'll unfold itself.
that. Right.
I'll give you an example. I started all of this with Jake Ducey inspired me, and because he created a hypnosis, and I was really good at creating things on using recording equipment. So I created my own hypnosis, and I was like, "Wow, I want to do that. I want to create hypnosis for people and sell them and stuff." So I got this Mind's Eye Inc. Trademark that I don't even use anymore.
Wrong start, but leading to the same, manifestation. I hope that's a good example. It seemed like a good example. Any more questions? Any questions? This is pretty much like free coaching for the next 15, 20 minutes because you got a
Yeah, whatever it
certified,
is.
damn it, a multiple certified life coach and a
So,
practicing life experienced coach. I'm not certified. I will get certifications, but I'll tell you this: I've spent a year and a half studying the coaching industry and absorbing everything. I am a student, so you don't need a certification necessarily to be able to
no,
coach
you
someone.
don't. You don't. You're a coach. You're not a therapist or you don't need a PhD or anything like that.
Right,
So you don't have
right,
to have a certification. The only reason I got mine is because I wanted to be very careful and very mindful. And I'm not saying that you don't, but of
right.
what not to do. That was kind of my fear of what, if I'm going to say
For
something
sure,
that's going to cause somebody to go and do something they
for
shouldn't.
sure.
So I wanted to learn how to center all of that, and that's why I got certified. But that's not everyone's pathway. There are plenty of six-figure coaches out there who never got a certification. So don't get hung up on that, guys. If you want to
So
be a coach,
there's a
on that.
good question. How should I view my alcoholism, if not spiritually, like AA? I got a lot to say to that, my friend. I got a lot to say to
Mm-hmm.
that. Let's start here since you're new here. I just went over. This is their own literature. Okay, I'm a studier of their literature based on our experience. We believe that everyone has an incurable disease of body, mind, and spirit. Who? Where's the belief come from? It's it's given to you inside the program, and you go to 90 meetings in 90 days. Your treatment probably involved 3 meetings a day for 28 days or more. You get put into a sober house where a part of your requirement of the sober house is going to meetings. They help you program your beliefs, and those beliefs become your habits. So in short, all AA does is help you change your habits, but they don't necessarily help you change your habits into a foundation to change your identity. Notice how your identity stays: I'm an addict, I am an alcoholic. How do you know that? You introduce yourself that way before you share at every meeting. Your identity, the key tag that they give you, that's an anchor to the last time that you used. You have to completely change your identity and have it predicated on a vision of the future, a vision that says, this man is who I want to be. It's fucking difficult and it's way out of reach, but I know if I do this thing every single day and this and this and this every single day, I'll develop the habits and I'll eventually become that. You got anything you want to add, Coach?
Yeah. On any given day, at any given time, any given moment, you can choose your identity. Alcoholism isn't your identity. That's just another label. Okay. Well, I've been labeled, a drug addict. I've been labeled with this disease called alcoholism. Well, okay, so you're in this 12-step program that was designed by a group of people who set out with the right intentions, and maybe then it got manipulated over the years, or maybe it was ill intended from the start. And it looks like, that angel of light that's really a reaper of death and keeps you
Okay.
stuck. It's all going to be how you perceive it, how you receive it, right? But also, beyond all that, what the important piece here really is how you perceive yourself, right? What do you want your identity to be on any given day? Is it I suffer from alcoholism? Or is it that I'm really suffering with other things and alcoholism is just the blanket I put over those things so I don't have to deal with them, right? Pull the blanket off, as scary as that might be, but do it around a group of people who are going to lift you up and support you and get you out of that mindset quickly and into the mindset that you want to be in, that you want to live in. Okay, everybody has worth, everyone has value, everyone has a gift to use, no
Amen.
matter who they are, no matter what their circumstance.
I got something to
Okay.
add to that. Also, that's so true. And AA and NA and 12-step groups are not outside of the ability to be that for people. But
Right.
here's where the problem comes in. The Library of Congress is involved in this, and
Mm-hmm.
if you get a drug charge in any city in our country, any state, you have the possibility to sign a plea for drug treatment.
Yeah.
Okay. So what this creates is an environment of people with get out of jail free cards, where you got half the people over here that are like only there so that they don't have to go to jail, and then you got the other half of the room that are actually trying to change their life. And that's not true in every meeting place. You might be lucky to find a meeting place where there's plenty of valuable mentors and tons of community support, and a place where people empower the best in you. And if you found that, stay there. Stay there,
Yep.
continue to work on yourself. But these aren't going to help you get there. This is centered around shortcomings, powerlessness, uh, restoring sanity. Come on, bro. Are you addicted or insane? Or insane? Are you addicted or insane? It's not insane.
Right. Let's remember, too, where power comes from. Power doesn't come from any book that you read. Okay. Power comes from within.
Applied.
It comes from within you, your mind, your heart, your spirit. That's where power comes from. So no one should ever tell you in any way, shape, or form that you're powerless. Okay. I'll refer to Stephen Hawking, paraplegic, right? If you guys are familiar with him. Brilliant man, couldn't speak, bound to a wheelchair his entire life.
Yeah.
You telling me that guy was powerless? No, not at all.
Great.
And I see people with disabilities all the time. They have no arms, they have no legs. They're doing this, they're doing that. They have found power. Okay, this whole thing of you're powerless, I'm sorry, that's an excuse to keep you stuck. Because nobody is powerless.
Nobody.
Okay. I've got 8 children. Every single one of them powerful in their own way. 5 of them have special needs. Okay, I've got 3 on the autism spectrum. One is in this in the comments. He's a moderator for this live.
Dude, he's a genius.
He's got an invention going right now with the same company Dan does. Okay,
Brandon.
The power is within you. You just got to be willing to pull it out and not afraid of it. And most people are afraid of it because they think they're going to fail. Well, feed the failure. Feed it so you can learn from it, so you can grow from it.
Yes.
Because in that fear lies your power.
Yes.
On every other side of that fear lies your power, but you can't go over it. You can't go under it. You can't go around it. You have to go through it. Okay. You have to.
Genius. He says, I would not say genius, just concentrated. That's why we make a perfect team, because I say you are your father's son, because he's the same way. Very analytical, very on point with detail. And so that just doubles the power on that end. And you guys represent and possess the same gifts that I have. So it's like a win-win, double whammy, hell of a combination of skill and purpose.
Yeah. And everyone on here has a purpose. Everyone. I don't care if you've been addicted for 40 years. You have a purpose. It doesn't matter. 4 days, 40 years, 4 months, it doesn't matter. Okay? Because you are not your addiction. That's just an affliction that you need to overcome, and we're here to help you do that.
Amen. Amen.
You just got to be willing.
Let me give you an example. If you have a desire to teach someone something you know how to do, and you don't know how to market yourself, we do. And I know how to build you a website, and I know how to help you build anything you want to build involving your social media account, so that it's niche specific, so that it uses search engine optimization, so that I know all of that. I'm a beginner, but I'm telling you, if you've got passions and you want to teach someone something or be a freelancer in a certain area, me and Joe and tell our entire community can help you empower. We can empower that in you.
And the most important step is just to take the first step.
Sure.
Right. 4-letter word, a 6-letter phrase, right? Help me. That's it. Right. And a lot of people, they don't want to drop that ego. They don't want to ask for help. They want to do it themselves, and they wonder why they stay stuck, or they say the same mistakes are repeated over and over because they're not reaching out for help. Right. So when we get past the ego and we get to the, hey, me go, right? Then we get to the we go, and we go together. So you're never left behind. You're never left by yourself. Okay. So just take that first step if you want to of, hey, I'm here. Let's do this. Help me out.
Yeah, I say often it's very easy to be extroverted when you're introverted inside of a WhatsApp community. It's easy to be introverted and show extrovertedness inside of our WhatsApp community. One, you're behind a picture, any image on your profile you want to put, any name. You want to be honest. You want to help us know you, but you're never going to find you putting something in the group and someone else criticizing you for it. You will be the only one to be critical of yourself. For instance, I'll give you an example. I do typos all the time. No one's ever said anything about a typo I've made except me.
Right. I do that too. I call myself out all the time on typos.
Yep.
It just happens,
Amen. Well, guys, this is a new record for me. 2.5 hours.
Very cool.
You guys go follow Joe. This reversed. Fucking. You guys go follow Joe on this account that he has, but also on In Date Recovery. Yeah. Do that now. Do that now, please.
Right. And very soon I'm going to be starting a fund there to go out and do the same thing you're doing, Dan, to go out there and help people. You
really are, dude. I'm so excited, dude.
Yeah. Every day I drive down this one road on the way to my kids' school, right? On that road is a Salvation Army, and there is a small encampment of homeless people there all the time. And it really breaks my heart because sometimes I drive by there and the county is kicking them out and they're taking their stuff away. And it's just like, are you helping these guys? Or are you just hurting them more? What are we doing here? Yeah. So I'm going to be starting that. I'm going to hook up a Cash App to that account very soon, the End Date Recovery. And that's going to go toward, everything that we're about.
The building process. We're in a building phase, ladies and gentlemen. And so,
right. And I don't take a dime of that. None of that goes in my pocket. It all goes.
Me either. Amen. Yep. That's why I put that on my link tree. Every dime donated goes to fund an addict to change their circumstances. We have a lot of people in our WhatsApp group from Pennsylvania, so you will definitely love it. Quite a few, Christina. Got anything else to add before we part out? Before we end it for the day?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know me; I could babble on for hours, but I'll just tell you this, guys. You may not know by looking at the screen, but I'm a very shy guy. I've done a lot of things publicly. I've been a worship leader, I've been a pastor, I've been all these things. But at the end of the day, that imposter syndrome, it lingers. Like, you're not good enough, right? And you got to shut that down. You got to shut that out. And you got to be willing to just be who you are. Because if you're not being who you are, if you're not living in your truth and you're living a lie, and if you're living a lie, then you can't live happily. It will create anxiety. It will create depression. It will create suicidal ideation. It will create negative circumstances like addiction. It will drive you to the bottom. Okay? So be who you are, because who you are is good enough, regardless of any voice inside of you that says you are not. Amen. You are always and always have been enough, and you deserve everything in life that you want.
I feel that. Amen. I want to add to that, all truths are but half truth. Meaning, if it's not so right now and you're claiming it as truth, it will be truth. That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's that old mantra. You tell yourself a lie long enough, it becomes the truth.
Amen. Anybody wanting coaching? When I get off of this live, we'll set up times to meet. Join the WhatsApp group. For a lot of our clients, me and Coach Joe work together. So we have 3 or 4 clients that we coach in partnership, and he's a transformational neurotransformational life coach. So he's got techniques and stuff that I don't know, but I'm a practical, try and figure out what you're not committing to and why you're not committing to it and how to get you to it. So we work very differently, but a lot the same.
Yeah, so let me touch on that for just a moment since you brought it up. The first coaching that I went through was through the International Coaching Federation, which is like the big school of coaching. Okay, right. So I got certified there in personal development results coaching, which means I can coach you on any area in life, okay? Because it's not about what I know, it's about where you want to go, right? My job as the coach is just to find the blind spots and, like Dan mentioned earlier, ask you the questions that you won't ask yourself. And that's how I know he's a great coach, because he says these things and I pick up on them because I look and hear and listen for what's not being said. Okay. Now, switch over to the neurotransformational coaching, right? That's a different certification. right? And I went through breakthrough coaching before that to learn how to get people through breakthroughs. But the neurotransformational coaching, that is the deep level stuff, okay? That's where we go very deep. We deep dive, we get down to the nitty gritty, the deep, dark, and dirty, right? So that we can heal those emotional wounds of the past so they're not affecting your present. Okay. So that's just a little bit of what I do in a nutshell and what my background is, other than my almost 48 years of life experience.
That's enough to qualify.
I'm not
you
too
to help a lot of
I'm
people.
just sharing what I've learned with you guys. Okay. Because hey, I'm still learning too. 48 years old, I learn stuff every day. My kids teach me stuff about not only myself but themselves every day
by watching.
Amen. By watching, learning, listening, and going, oh crap, I could have done that better, or I should have done this better, right? Sure. And then I can take that and I can transfer that knowledge to somebody younger than me or somebody on the same level who hasn't experienced it yet. So you all have experiences like that. That's why you all are valuable and always.
That's why I leave you the same way every day. Anything else?
Just go out there and have a wonderful day filled with blessings and gratitude. And remember, when you're out there blessing others, you're also blessing yourself.
Amen, brother. Amen. And I'll leave you guys the same way that I leave you every single day, by reminding you that you have those gifts and asking you to commit to those gifts and give them to the world. You're full of amazing, unlimited potential, and you have gifts that this world is waiting to benefit from. Go out and make it your mission to spread love and light, and don't forget to give those gifts. I love you. You're amazing, and I hope that you have an equally amazing day. Namaste. Namaste.